guys. I just thought I would hop on here because I am noticing a trend, and the trend is people feeling very discouraged and feeling very much like giving up. And what do we do now? Well, I'm here to tell you what we do now. We regroup, we pull ourselves together, okay? Put on a little lip gloss or put on your suit and tie, whatever you got to do, and we start making plans. That's why in Utah, we've started the first Friday of every month. We're having our Let's Get Together party, and we are getting together and finding ways of being effective advocates. So you guys can do this as well. Yes, I'm reading the comments. There is fraud. The election was stolen. But that doesn't mean that we step back and say, oh, they won. There's nothing we can do now. There are so many things we can do. See, I see you guys commenting. I'm so sad. I don't know what to do. I feel terrible. Yes, but let me tell you this and listen to me right now. The one thing, like in the Whitney Houston song, The Greatest Love of All, she says, they can take what they want from me, but they can't take away my dignity. And another way of looking at that is they can't take away your resolve. They can't take away your hope. They can't take away your smile. They can't take away your ability to laugh and enjoy life. So yes, the cheaters and the Mama Umania, you just got to start messaging around on Facebook. Find your Republicans. I guarantee there. I met a beautiful woman from Illinois. She's actually really famous for not shutting down her restaurant. I texted her, so hopefully I'm going to be interviewing her. Rose Biggs, it's called The Greatest Love of All. It's a beautiful song about coming to terms with yourself and learning to love yourself. But the main point of the song is external circumstances can get ugly. It can get negative out there. But the only thing you really control is your heart and your mind. So you guys, you know I always share my favorite quote from Martha Washington, and I'm paraphrasing just a little bit here, but she said, our happiness depends less on our circumstances and more on our disposition. And this is a woman who was living through the Revolutionary War, carnage, terror, misery, battles lost. It couldn't have been more dire. And yet she said that. And so that is our Corrie Tenbaum. Forget her name, the lady who was in the Jewish concentration camp. She wrote a book, and her entire book was about, I'm in a concentration camp. Everything's been taken from me, but they cannot reach my heart. They cannot make me be filled with hate, and they cannot make me depressed or hateful. It's a beautiful story. It's a tragic story. And we're not in a concentration camp, you guys. We're not in the Revolutionary War, okay? Things are definitely intensifying. Things are definitely challenging. But take a step back, take a deep breath, and realize that you must maintain control of your own brain and your own emotional outlook. Have I been sad today? Yes. Have I been discouraged? Yes. Are those the emotions I'm going to choose to embrace? Absolutely not. I will embrace strength. I will embrace optimism. I will embrace love and hope. And that's why I'm hopping on here, because I just want you guys to know, I know a lot of you follow me because it's called The Hiding Place. Yes, the book. I know a lot of you guys follow me because I'm bubbly and I'm perky and I'm optimistic and I'm happy. But let me tell you, that is a very deliberate choice. I choose to live that way. I choose to intensify those emotions instead of emotions of hate or negativity or pessimism. And that's what I pledge to keep doing, because, you know, this is still all unfolding, but we have a responsibility to stand for our Constitution, to stand for our rights until the end. And the best way we can do that is to learn how to be effective patriots, not just flag wavers, not just people at a rally dancing around. You know I do a lot of that, but you also know I do a lot more than that. So I want you to listen to my podcast tomorrow. It will be out tomorrow morning. It's an interview with a very well-known activist in Los Angeles who's worked on numerous campaigns. And he basically, I just called it Activism for Dummies. And I learned so much. I realized that even I'm a dummy when it comes to a lot of effective activism, because we're all caught up in the MAGA movement and the Trump movement and social media and all of that. But there are concrete things that we can do, and the primary message is get local. We have been so focused on national politics that I don't even think most of us could name our local mayor by name. And that's got to change, because we've learned that mayors have tyrannical powers that we didn't even know they had. We always talk about the feds. We talk about the big government in Washington. What about the mayors who are tyrants, who are terrorizing us with lockdowns and mask mandates and all of that stuff? So we really need to step back and get local and galvanize, because imagine if like our little thing is let's get together in Utah. And of course it's going to grow every month. But imagine if all of us did that just once a month. We got together with local patriots, our local friends, and you bring some snacks and you bring some drinks. And if you want to dress up like me, you're going to dress up and have fun. But the point is, you're getting together, you're discussing your local politics, you're discussing what meetings you could attend during that month, you're discussing who you can email. Do you understand that is how we can be effective? Complaining on social media, sharing memes, all of that is very nice. And for many of you who are afraid to be out in the open, politically out, I get it. I know there are a lot of good reasons for not coming out politically, but you could always attend a meeting, okay? And if you're not comfortable being in the group photo like some people weren't at our meeting, that's okay. But you can make phone calls. You can write letters, okay? So you guys, Joshua, I'm glad you are not too depressed. You guys, I love you. Oh, honey, WAPA 2020, you're crying. This is really helping you. Well, you're going to make me cry too. There's no crying right now. A lot of us want to cry. I know. We've taken some big blows. We've seen a lot of terrible things going on. And of course you can cry. And you can cry and have your moment. But let the tears... you guys should listen to Kelly Clarkson's song, The People Like Us. And it's about being that person who stands for what's right, basically. So it's okay to cry, but you can't cry on here because you're going to make me cry. And this is not a crying live. This is a let's get busy. Let's take the next steps live. I love you too. Red pills and chill. I honestly think Joe will be more reserved. AOC getting slapped in a special vote was testament to that. They only harp on these radical leftist ideas to get votes. Well, maybe that's a little silver lining there. Yeah, you guys, thank you for all these comments. Good, you read The Hiding Place. Read The Hiding Place, okay? Read stories about people who have overcome the worst of the worst of the worst, okay? Read a story about maybe a quadriplegic person who overcame their physical difficulties and yet still found joy and love in life. That is what we need to be thinking about. Endlessly scrolling social media is not going to help you. Be careful who you follow. Be careful what you put into your brain, and try and follow people who uplift you and inspire you, who don't say negative things without offering a solution. Does that make sense? We want problem solvers, not problem sharers. We can all go on there and talk about how bad things are. We can all go on there and share the terrible things that are going on and say how angry we are, or we can find out what we can do. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me, okay? If everyone had this attitude, we would not have lost as much as we've lost, because so many people feel powerless, but they don't take action. So yes, we are all in this together. Oh, honey, Sammy Badwolf, you give me a space to be myself without fear or concern. Thank you. Honey, of course. The MAGA movement brought us together. We are a big tent. The Michael Shane said, yes, get local, get involved and change it from the local level, just like the left did decades ago. Do you guys hear this? Local, 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 just like shop local. If you take anything from this live and my podcast tomorrow, the word is local. Look up your local leaders. And in the podcast, Mikey gives us insights and websites we can go to actually find this stuff out. And you don't have to do it alone. Get together with people. And if you want to do it like we're doing it in Utah, let's get together is the first Friday of every month. You can do that. Yes, Lori Lightfoot. She is a nightmare. She's terrorizing the city of Chicago. And she's nothing but a mayor. So now we realize local politicians have much more power than we ever thought. More power than I ever thought. I always thought, oh, the mayor, the mayor of a city is no big deal. They're just a mayor, It's the state senators who really matter. It's the president who really matters and all that stuff. No, local politics matter. Okay, guys? So let's get local. Die Hard Punkus Salon. This is mother effing America. We knew yesterday was going to happen. I voted for Trump and I will never forget that. Descendant of Robert E. Lee for Trump. Well, there you go. I love your spirit. I don't think we have to drop the F-bomb. I think the F-bomb kind of brings in a little negativity there. January 20th, something dangerous is going to happen. I'm telling you from my instinct, something very bad is going to happen that day. Well, don't manifest that. We don't know that. Maybe something wonderful will happen on the 20th. That's what I mean. Doom and gloom without solid backup helps no one, you guys. We gotta be proactive, and we gotta focus on strength and resolve and positivity. Snow Vet Tim, you inspire gay conservatives around the world. Well, it's kind of funny. Yesterday at the rally, I met thousands and thousands of people. And, multiple times every hour, gay patriots would come up to me. And I got to look them in the eyes and say how proud I am of them for coming today. And they did tell me that Lady Maga is one of those voices that helps them, be strong and be a patriot. And just because you're gay doesn't mean you can't be a patriot. So, you guys, I'm going to the Let's Get Together and it's changing my life. Start one. If you need help, message me and I'll help you. That's McKenna. That's my little princess who I met at our first Let's Get Together. And we've got something very special started. And we're going to start local, move to the state, and we're going to make a difference. Melissa, I cried most of today. I'm scared of what's happening to our country. I love your attitude so much. Well, Melissa, I cried too. It's okay. You have your moments, and you definitely need to let yourself feel feel disappointment or feel sadness, even cry. That's okay. But you don't embrace those emotions. You process those emotions. You don't embrace them. And you definitely don't let them define who you are and what you stand for. Sometimes people define their being according to their current emotions. It's not who you are. You're just processing an emotion, but you're not embracing it. There's a big difference, okay? Schumacher, you are a true gay icon. I don't know why that makes me laugh, but it does just because it's so funny that you would say that. But if I'm a gay icon, good. I just hope I'm a good gay icon that's making a difference in this world. And I'm pretty sure I am, but gay icon, wow. Thanks, awkward. I'm not good with compliments. I'm a gay conservative in Australia, and your page helps me keep my resolve. This is a worldwide movement. Oh my gosh, Snowvet Tim, I'm so glad you said that, because I have noticed in most of my lives and often in my messages, people from around the world are watching America right now because America is the beacon of hope for the rest of the world. And as history has shown, what America inspires and starts reaches the entire globe. And so as far as I'm concerned, whether you're a patriot like my friends in Chile or you're in Australia, we have the same patriot heart. Different flags flying over us. But yes, we're in this together. And I'm glad that I help you keep resolve because I love you all the way in Australia. Good day, mate. Hopefully that's not offensive. Jesus is on the throne. Amen. God is bigger than all of this. And God is in control. And right now, we are in, more than anything, a spiritual and a moral battle. And my mom, God rest her soul, always taught me you can never find political solutions to moral problems. And a lot of our problems in this country are moral problems, starting with the slaughter of the unborn every day. I mean, you know, I'm surprised we haven't been struck down simply because of that. Let's see. Oh, you guys, goodness. This is the part when Pharaoh's army cornered Moses by the Red Sea. I believe in a God that parted the sea. He is the same then and forever. Good. Hold on to your faith. I love that. Did you see Antifa yesterday pretending to be Trump supporters? That's definitely something that's swirling around. I definitely received screenshots of messages in Antifa groups saying that they were going to show up dressed as Trump supporters. It would not surprise me one bit, and they're still looking into that. The guy in the horns with the fur, he was actually outside my hotel last night, and I had not yet seen what he did, and I wanted a picture with him because I liked his outfit, but a lot of people are questioning his authenticity as a MAGA person, of course. I mean, what would be more brilliant than to, you know, infiltrate the MAGA movement by doing that? If they did it, kudos to them. Really smart move. Julia, you uplift me, Lady MAGA. I've been praying, spending time with family, reading my Bible, and trying not to fuel my mind with garbage. They want to control your emotions. It's all a part of the plan. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Their ultimate goal is to get in here. Their ultimate goal is to discourage you and make you depressed and make you pessimistic. That really is their ultimate goal, because once they do that and they get you to capitulate emotionally and spiritually, they really win. And that's why with people like me, they're not going to win. Oh, Gigi Amarillo, Philippines, hello. But of course, I'll say it Philippines, because all my friends from the Philippines say it Philippines, not Philippines. And I love them. Filipino people, if you don't have any friends from the Philippines, you need to find them right now, because they are the most lovely, generous, beautiful people. And the ones I know are patriots as well. A good captain always goes down with their ship. This is not the end. In 4 years, we will be back in red, white, and blue. I certainly hope that. We need to work on election integrity, because at this point, I truly have zero confidence in our electoral system. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about at our Let's Get Together, is how to fight for election integrity on a local level. And when there's a local election, get patriots together to make sure there isn't any hanky-panky going on. And that's one way we can start. But again, start local, okay? Lady MAGA for president. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that, because I think people would expect me to be dressed up all the time, and I just couldn't handle that. I can only handle it in, you know, a certain amount of time at a time. Where was I yesterday when all hell broke loose on Capitol Hill? I was on Pennsylvania Avenue. I could see the Capitol, but I was at the Unity Bridge with Mindy, you know, I Heart Mindy, and Ricky Rebel was there, and we were just celebrating and having a wonderful time, kind of oblivious to what was actually happening at the Capitol. I was on my way to the Capitol, but I got stopped so much, and I ran into some beautiful Patriot friends and just stayed there in that area, and I'm glad I did, to be honest. Oh, Olivia, you've been crying all day. Girl, it's okay. Like we said, grieve, process the emotion, don't embrace the emotion, okay? It's not who you are. It's just a little bump. You're going to cry, going to feel a little discouraged. That's fine. And the best remedy for depression and crying and feeling anxious is action. So message some friends in your local community and say, you know what, let's get together. We'll open a bottle of wine or whatever you want to do and make a list of things you can do concretely, okay? Timon, I'm so sorry I missed you this time. I love you. You're one of those people who motivate me, because every picture you have is a a smile. Zitro official, an icon, period. You guys, you're very sweet. That's so awkward. I don't know how to respond. From what I understand, you are not a part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but I heard this today from Gordon B. Hinckley. But I don't see the rest of the quote. But I do love Gordon B. Hinckley. He was a great leader. I see a future as a gay drag Tony Robbins type. Tony Robbins. I think I'm about as tall as he is in my heels. That's hilarious. Awaken the giant within. Well, you guys, with all the pizza and Chinese food and garbage I've been eating lately, definitely I will awaken the giant within and get fat. Hey, Maina, yes, you are welcome. My attitude is infectious. I hope my attitude transfers to you and spreads joy, because that's the whole point of social media. You guys, oh my goodness, there's a lot of comments here. Yeah, Timon, I saw them. There were people wearing no Trump or Proud Boys gear antagonizing police. Protesters tried to stop them. I just spoke with another patriot. He's a black conservative, and he said the same thing. He said there were people trying to stop the agitators. And I totally believe that. Because I stop agitators. Like half the time, the MAGA people get really obnoxious sometimes, like yelling at the opposition. And yesterday I walked right into the middle of all the fighting with Black Lives Matter, and I started talking to them, and I was talking to this girl about her hair, and we ended up dancing the Macarena. So some people really are out looking for a fight. And those are not my people. If you can avoid getting ugly, then you need to avoid it. Okay? Oh, you guys, I love you so much. I'm scrolling up here. You know what? I am going to sign off because I'm watching the most wonderful show called The Donna Reed Show. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a 1950s sitcom, and it's just simple and beautiful, and that's what I'm going to put in my brain because I've already edited a video today. I did an interview with a leftist publication. We'll see how it turns out. It's called Pink News, and they're really big, and they interviewed me, and I just shared the truth. And you never know which quotes they're going to cut and splice, but I'll talk to anybody, even if they end up putting something bad on there. But do you know anything about the Vatican's ties into the election fraud? Ooh, the Vatican. Well, first of all, the Vatican, in my opinion, is evil. No offense to Catholics. I'm not saying Catholics are evil. I'm just saying that after their nativity display that was basically like dark and Armageddon themed and evil in a time when people needed a nativity scene that would uplift and inspire. Instead, they got this morbid, dark display. So the Vatican, and especially the things the Pope says, they seem to me to be nothing more than globalist elitists at this point. Oh, Michael Shane, Donna Reed. It was on Nick at Night. It really is just the best show. I'm just in love with the daughter, what's her name, Shelley Fabre. She's the one who's saying, Johnny Angel, how I love him, and I know that someday he'll be mine. You guys need to go on YouTube and look up Johnny Angel and just watch her face. Watch her soft eyes and her cute smile. It'll make you happy. Yeah, so that's what I think about the Pope and all that. All right, you guys, I love you so much. If you agree with me that we need to be positive, share this video to your story and stay motivated. Keep your chin up. Keep your smile on. Keep those teeth shining. And don't give in to the pessimism and darkness because, like I said, ultimately, that is their goal. They want to change your heart and mind and have you embrace pessimism and darkness. And if they do that, they win. So ask yourself, are they winning right now? Am I allowing myself to be depressed and discouraged and pessimistic and angry? Then they're winning, okay? Don't let them win. Don't let them win. I love you guys. Yes, we're in this together. We're going to keep shining. So I love you guys. Good night. And I really wish I had used a filter. but I didn't. Okay, I love you guys. Good night.